really quite shocked that your guest doesn't think that this will matter, that this lie won't be greater than have a greater impact.
She didn't say it didn't matter. She said it would be interesting to see the degree to which it does matter to people.
Well, I've been looking at all the TV and radio stations today, and every single one on the bulletins, this is blaring out. Even if you just get in the car and put on a music channel, if you're not political, it'll be on the news channel. And then tonight on the evening news, it'll be on the news channel. And I just got a message from a friend who said, that her mother-in-law, who is not political at all and didn't watch the debate, all she knew about it was that Rishi Sunak had told a big lie last night, and that's all she knows about the debate, that Rishi lied and that she doesn't like that. So, I think this will have great impact. And the fact that Sunak came into office saying integrity, professionalism and accountability, and he said trust is earned and I will earn yours. This kind of thing is what we were sick of with Johnson, and this just taints Sunak now with Johnsonian levels of that he'll go to any length.
So for you, it's as serious as that. He just looked you, the nation, in the eye and lied, in your view.
Yeah, I mean, if you can lie so blatantly when even the head of the civil service in the Treasury had specifically contacted him to say, please don't repeat this, that we have signed this off. That's what the letter said. Please don't do that. Yeah. And he did it anyway. If he can do that so blatantly, and then Claire Coutinho go out this morning and repeat it yet again, if they can lie about that, I mean, well, how can we trust anything they say now before the election?
So for you, it's what he said about the source of the figures rather than the figures. Because he said, didn't he, these figures are from independent officials.
Well, it's all of it. It's the fact that he said that anyway. But then the added lie to lie about senior civil servants about what they had done and said is just next level lying. I mean, you expect politicians to sort of massage statistics. That's what politicians do.
Yeah, I mean, I think massage isn't quite the right word. You do it. So, for example, saying Labour will tax you X amount more, full stop, isn't it might be a lie, but whatever. Let's say it's true. Labour will tax you this, come what may. But not saying that that's over a 5-year parliament. That's a kind of a lie as well, isn't it? It's a dishonest omission to give a different impression.
I was just watching Politics Live with Joe, what's his name? Joe Coburn. Yeah. And Damien Green was on it. And he started the programme by saying that he still stands by this lie. He still stands by this £2,000 tax thing, which is a lie, but he stands by it. And he said it's £2,000 a year extra. He repeated the £2,000 a year, and it is absolutely categorically.
Damien Green said that, did he?
Damien Green said that. He said it's £2,000 a year.
Well, that's
so even
not
now, they're still going out.
That's not true. Yeah, that isn't true.
Hello, Sheila. How are you?
I'm okay. Yes. Yeah. How did you?
What I would take from last night is that they were a group of leaders, as you would be in the international scene. And Rishi Sunak was far more able to get his point across clearly and also command a bit more authority in that room. Although they were bickering over each other, he would be the one in that situation who I would trust more to put our point across as a country as opposed to Keir Starmer. He was adamant on telling us that his dad was a toolmaker as opposed to actually getting in there and saying facts, figures with a clear, concise message. He was much more well-groomed at that. And I think taking that onto the international stage, that's something that I would definitely look at in terms of negotiations going forward.
Does it matter to you if on the international stage our Prime Minister, whoever it is, tells the truth?
Yes, it would do to me, definitely. And
do you think Rishi Sunak did tell the truth last night?
So when it comes to would use the health service, he was unequivocal, and you could say yes. And
but do you think he told the truth on the tax question that he raised with Labour?
I believe that the same person who done the costings for the Conservatives also done it for the Labour.
But the Prime Minister, but the Prime Minister, to defend what he was saying and to say that it was true, leant on Treasury civil service officials, and he said these were independent civil service costings, and the civil service itself, the day before the debate, sent a letter to ministers outlining precisely what its costings were and were not, and urging ministers not to use them politically. He ignored that and used them politically and made out that they were the only input to the figure that he had come to. Is that honest or dishonest?
I think it is, in the normal sense, to you and I, that would be slightly dishonest. In the arena of politics, I would say it's fair within that arena there.
Why?
And especially dealing with those leaders.
Why is it fair if it gives somebody the wrong impression?
Because it's not completely bogus. It is a costing, and it isn't done by somebody in the Conservative Party. It
is done by somebody in the Conservative Party as well.
And weren't those same figures the ones that the Labour Party were also trying to use?
No, the figure that was reached, the £2,000 per working household that the Conservatives are suggesting Labour is committed to, isn't independently arrived at or verified. It's calculated based on Conservative Party assumptions about Labour's spending plans.
So we would both agree that these things should be verified by the likes of yourself or someone before drawing others' attention to them, because they could get the wrong impression.
Well, you should at least say what the source of your figure is. And if you say the source of my figure is an independent Treasury official, when but 24 hours before that independent Treasury official said, oh, no, it isn't, then that's dishonest, isn't it?
But I think, to use this in a personal context for yourself, yesterday you highlighted some words that was an accusation that it was somebody threw the milkshake over Nigel Farage, that it could potentially have been someone who's own. You commented, that was... I
got that wrong, and I've apologised to the lady in question.
But you didn't necessarily check that and verify that before sharing that with others.
No, I didn't.
You have a larger audience because of
and I've apologised.
So you are in a similar circumstance there, exactly. So
the same?
You can... I would say in a similar circumstance it is. You're drawing people's attention to it, knowing your audience, and you haven't fully verified
and
that. If you haven't verified
can I speak, John?
Then maybe it's by a different person.
Can I speak, John, and answer what you're saying so people know what's happening? I have since openly, not privately, because what I did first was open, so my apology must be open. I have since openly apologised to Emily on Twitter and expressed my regret for doing that. Even though my was in jest, it doesn't matter. I amplified a wrong tweet. So that's absolutely right.
So
hang on, I haven't finished. I haven't finished. I promise I'll let you come back. If you think that is the same as Rishi Sunak, then should Rishi Sunak do what I just did and apologise to the woman in question? Should he apologise to us for telling an untruth in that debate yesterday, which, if you read the letter from the Treasury official, he has certainly misled the public? Should he apologise for that?
I think yes. If you say as you say in your example,
I don't say it. He says it.
No. I'm saying.
In my example with Emily,
you're somebody in a public, for myself, and then further on.
And I made a mistake, and I apologise for it.
Who's he comments and how many? So if that is the case, and that has been, then if he was to come out and say, "Well, do you know what?"
Oh, has John? We've lost John's line. Linden in Liverpool. Hello, Linden.
Good afternoon. That just reminded me there, that debate of Rishi Sunak trying to talk over you. And I'm glad you put him in his place so he could explain something.
My intention wasn't to put him in his place. It was just to answer the question he put to me. Really.
Well, of course, you don't, that's what a debate's about, two ways. You may as well look in the mirror, otherwise, Sheila, and blab on for the white coats to come round and take it away to start with. Anyway, back to the debate, right? And forget the debate that happened last night. I have seen numerous Tory ministers repeat that over and over before that televised debate. That old saying, if you say it long enough and loud enough, people will believe it. Like the Brexit bus. It's an old Gestapo trick from many, many years ago. Say it, and people will believe it. The 350 million on the bus, they'll believe it. But I have a philosophy: dig yourself into a deeper hole without any foundations. It will fall in on itself, and that's what he's just done. He's created lies off the top of his head without any foundation whatsoever, and it's fell right on top of him.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened last. I'm not sure what happened last night was off the top of his head. I wouldn't. My sense is
you've said it before, Sheila. Other ministers before that TV debate. Look at the history of what they've been saying over and over. I have a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan. They've got no plan, and this, that, and the other. It's just, bedtime stories that they keep on coming out with over and over, repeats.
So from your perspective, or you obviously believed it before, but last night you say he lied.
Yes, 100%.
And when, as my previous caller said, it's not a lie, it's tough politics, it's being strong on your feet, it's getting stuck in. You say what?
I would say, if that's what politics is all about, I mean, he looked plastic right at the very end, looking into the camera. If that's what politics is all about, God help this nation. You have to lie to get your feet back under that big leather seat in number 10. No. Are we that naive? And one last thing, Sheila. I don't think tax is a problem. I think it's the way it's spent is the problem.
Well, it can be a bit of both. Tax should always be fair.